Good morning. Welcome to the breakfast show. Trade with TradeVSA VSA 360 in here. Now we have seen the market did try to retest back the old high, especially in the KLCI, but yet it failed. And also a very happy Merdeka, 66 years to all of you, and especially those who born in 1957 who have experienced being 66 years, how old it is, as old as our country and nation as well. And over this long weekend, we have seen also markets stay a bit muted, and US is sort of having a little bit of bounce back. And we do know, as I talk about in our live Wednesday show, which does tells you month of August, month of September tend to a bit bearish, and I don't think that we need to get more bullish than now, not until we come to the early October month. All right, all that can be found on the VSA 360 that many of you, our members, and also you would have it here. Now let's take a look at what we have for you this morning in our breakfast show. And what we are starting is our usual agenda in here, and pretty much of what we have, KLCI is still in the stage 4 markdown soon, and what's likely to happen. We find that the distribution is happening right now, and we did have the red Pentagon, which is about 2 weeks ago, pre-early one, and also we have, unfortunately, we have the uptrust bar yesterday, and this morning market gap up and then sell back down. That tells you there are a lot of sellers in the market, and that's why we're going to use a Pentagon guider to really find out how we can do that. And of course, if you are inexperienced in this, the VSA 360 does give you a lot of the hard work in here. And of course, we do have the intraday alert for VSA 360, and right now this year we added in the insider buying and selling available on the VSA 360 quote in here. Let's take a look at the 5 things you need to know, and looking also at the alert things. So let's take a look at the VSA 360 in here, and of course you can see this is where the market is. Market is down, is up 5 points, no doubt about it. The market did get up and move up, but you can see Dow Jones has turned green Pentagon, so that's something very, very positive. So when that turned green Pentagon, maybe everything will sort of put into place. Singapore will turn green Pentagon. So these are the things we always talk about. Look out for the big brother here, green Pentagon in here. And the others we're going to be zooming in is also on the sector. But let's take a look at the foreign funds flow. You can see foreign funds, we've been having 4 consecutive buying, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's pretty good. So as long as you have this healthy buying in here, that tells you the market is going. So there is a very strong relationship in here, especially those of you who have the 4 consecutive buying in. And we have property here. Property continue to get stronger on a week-to-week basis. Then we have weekly also stronger, and we also have construction stronger. So when you're picking up any stocks, these are the ones, especially afterwards when we do go through our stock trade idea that we are talking about, and that's the one we'll be benefiting on it, right? So you can see this morning market up about 5 points, and those needed to be green are green, right? So let's take a look at the 2 sector analysis. The KLCI is still red Pentagon in here, but there are many already turned green Pentagon. Property has done pretty well. We can see from property here up almost 24%. There have been big sales, I think, with the reopening. I have never expected the property to recover despite the interest rate that is high. So, but like it or not, in property sector has picked up in here. But take note, when they do fall, utilities has gone up. This is also due to YTL power, and we have industrial product in here also climbing strong. Technology remains just turned green Pentagon, right? You can see green Pentagon in here. Whether it will have the move that we are seeing, we have to be seen. And KLCI again mainly dominated by the finance sector. Let's take a look at the finance sector closing this. You can see the finance sector, let me see where's the finance, here, remain to be negative dominant. So that's why we saw this uptrust, right? The banks like Maybank and Public Bank were trying to break out in here. Good morning James, good morning. And eventually come back down and fail to turn that, and that's why we are seeing this market being a bit bullish. So that's why we talk about on live Wednesday, we talk about the small cap stock. So when you're trading a small cap stock which has moved ahead of the KLCI, which is the FBM SC, so check out FBM SC and FBM 70 index in the trading view, you can see that chart really moves respectively different from that. So right now we can see property, KL utility in industrial product, which is really strengthening the market where we go. And let's also take note, month of August remain to be negative. You can see here minus 0.5. I think it would already turn negative, and tonight we will be on the month of September. All right, you can see almost the last 6, this is refreshing here, and the last 7 out of 7 or 6 out of 7 we have negative September month, going back to 2016 until 2023. In here you can see every month are also negative, so that's why don't need to be bullish for the month of September. Don't need to be bullish on the month of September. As what we say before, this is why we are lagging in here. Of course, for our members, you can always go on to the Knowledge Center and check out some of our latest tutorial that we talk about no supply trading plan, and that's why this is important for those of you who are seeking to enhance your knowledge in here. Lots of video in here how to do that. All right, so let's take a look at our alert. I only have V Solar, and remember we've taken profit on V Solar. Now it hit the bottom. We can check out V Solar by just clicking here. Of course, once it hit the top, the market has turned back down this morning, almost 14%. No surprises, as I said before. After you hit it, market moves sideways, distribution, and you see this uptrust, uptrust, market turn, and that's why right now we're having turning red pentagon, in here. Sudah cabut already, okay? So let's take a look at the other alerts. We got Marsing, again property, as I say, strength. Kosan turn red, Maxis turn red. This one is Farm Fresh. CITOS turn green, Public Bond turn green. RHP, Inari also turn green. Let's take a look at Inari this morning. I think we'll pull back, all right, after they had a nice 5% line change in here. And this also coincide, I think, partly is because call to buy. Lots of call to buy TA, Summa coming same time, and maybe because of that call to buy, market reacted. And usually if we cannot break through this old high at 320, which is the R1, $1.6% in here, that's important, meaning this market is likely to pull back, like I said before, September month for that purpose. Okay, so US are all turning green. Tesla also turned green on the 30th of August. So Nvidia, this gold mine company, ChargePoint, and UWC, so technology is turning lah. So that's why we see it on the sector analysis just now, why it turned turned green pentagon, and that seems to be coincide with that. So it's good always to look at this market to see that the alert are really giving you a true reflection of what we're seeing in the market, and have that for say. Okay, so that pretty much cover what we have, the sectors in here. And don't want to take too much of time too this morning. Also, some of you may be already in a break. And if you really enjoy what you're seeing and benefiting, give me a thumbs up in here and do share this in your timeline in here. All right, so KLCI right now is in stage 3 distribution. We'll check it out in here. You can see this is an uptrust followed by gap up and sell off. That's also weakness. We are so much into here. You can see the red pentagon, and right now we are somewhere here. And what's more signified is should the market break down to 1440, okay, that's where we want to see the market going. So we still have this room to play around with it. Almost right now is what, 1450, about 10 points. That also going to depends whether the foreign funds want to buy. If the foreign wanted to buy and push up, then you're likely to see the takeout of this uptrust, this bar here, right? Breakout. But very hard to determine whether the market actually go higher. There need to be some sort of catalyst. If the catalyst not there, then you'll see this market breakdown. And again, coincide with the month of September consistently. 6 out of 6, almost 100% bad month. So why would the market break higher? So usually that's the case. It's likely to push higher to distribute. 3 times distribute in here. So that's why you can see this market likely to push down more than anything else. But that doesn't mean the market cannot go up, because the small cap stocks still continue to go up. Remember, we check out those sectors, construction and property still continue to move up. So those are the small short-term trend that you can trade and buy those in here. And of course, we're going to discuss one of the stocks that we talked about, I think on the 18th of August when we did the VSA 360, has done pretty well, was Lagenda Property. You all remember not? Lagenda Property was the stock we talked on the last episode in here. But let's take a look at our VSA 360, the leading indicator, using market stages in here. You can see market switching to a new contract has gapped back down in here, right? So that means still trending down. Inflows are coming in, making it able to hold out, but we need to be patient to wake up for the breakout of the green pentagon. Else, still my friend, my members, and the public, it's still going to be a downtrend from here. So the red pentagon is important here. Double top here right now at 1465, going in 1440. You can see, right, this one already break 1440. It's 1436. All right, so that tells you the market is in premium. Now on the Pentagon Guided stock selection, we really focus on what we said on Wednesday. Wednesday, our live Facebook on the small cap stock. We will be looking at on the 28th of August. So where we look at it, there are many columns. So those of you who are familiar, especially our members who have subscribed to our VSA 360 in here, you can see we have the short-term trend, long-term trend in here. And the part that we want to pay attention is the ST and LT. That represent the strength of the market in here. And we want to be making sure that the stocks is still in a stage 2 uptrend above the support, which is green here. We want to pick ST minus above -5, right, which is -5% in here. So it's begin to move from the stage 1 towards the stage 2, and LT, the longer term trend, above the -0.5 in here. So that way we are staying. Another thing we want to take note is the current price gain from since the green pentagon to the current bar, daily bar of course. In this case will be the 30th of 30th of August, because 31st is a public holiday, and we want to monitor that the price gain has not moved too much higher, and if it's moved too much, we're gone it. So we're going to be taking a look at the stocks. Last week, remember when we pick up the stock was Lagenda, so I'm going to show you Lagenda here, and you can see Lagenda last week, right, on the 18th, you can see it did have 1%, then the market has moved up. That time we showed it about 10, I think about maybe 10 o'clock here. So let's put it somewhere around here to here. It's up about 4.35%, which is 9 bars in here. So not too bad. All right, so that's a good one. We picked one for that one. So it's up 4%. Now let's take a look at this week. What we are looking for, we'll be looking at George Ken. All right, so George Ken, how to pick that up. You can just go to the screener. Right, we're picking on the 28th. So this is the 30th, that's the latest one. So pick back to 28. Again, we put in LT -0.5, ST -5. So we ensure that we are in the stage 2. And once you do that, and we click the submit, we need to submit first, then we'll key that in again, -0.5 and -5. Right, so you can see it filter out almost 16 out of 8. Not all of them gone up. You can see here, so far George Ken is still down 3%. And one of the things I like about George Ken, and let me just mouse it over here, is that there's a pullback. Okay, it hasn't really gone up that much. And these are all the same stock that we also pick on Tuesday. All right, since then the market. Valesto, you can see also down 6%. A lot of these stocks are down. And only, let me see, only one, CY Park is up. Pharma is up. That's also tell you why we talk about the bearishness that we've seen right now in here. So we may need to cut this stocks MESB, right? Personal goods gone up. You can see it pull back, right? So a lot of stocks are just sort of being pushed up maybe by the bullishness. Tambon is also you can see, right, in this case Tambon, and let me just push it up here, one widespread bar, no follow through, right? And also showing the bearishness that we see in this market right now. But I do think George Ken is holding up, and some of the small cap stocks, if you do come out here and if you check out those on the 29th or 30th and even the 30th, there'll be some on construction. If you those pick up on construction here, right, you can see construction, Pintaras, digital, maybe there's something, the setup it's good, you want to look at that in here. So check out the VSA 360 Pentagon Guider for that one. All right, now one of the extra features that we have for insider buying and selling in here, so we want to see the insider buying from last episode that we have was VS. Okay, let's take a look at VS with lots of buying, and let's move over to VS here. So we can see VS in here, lots of buying, and let's take a look, and you can see lots of buying, and market, yes, did have another push up. That's pretty good. So that's what we wanted, which means there's a continuation of the VS going up to be buying there. Okay, this is definitely very positive in here. So next we have on our list is Cepat. Okay, Cepat, we see some buying here. So we move up to Cepat. So Cepat is, you can see still a lot of buying here. 59k, but market hasn't ready to move up yet. Still in the, but I think this will be the low support in here. Still have to wait for this one here. Okay, for Cepat. And next is for this week. Let's take a look. This week we have Tenko. There were 2 buying here. Okay, and of course next week we'll come back and take a look at it here. And then we also have for Senkau buying at the base, very similar to Cepat in here. Maybe next week we have some, and also turn green pentagon too. Take note of that. Senkau has turned green pentagon coming from a low base in here. Maybe something you want to take a look at in future. So of course, for more, you can join our VSA 360 for a short test drive, I suppose. You know, you can use the 3 months, 6 months, and installment are available for our VSA 360 in here, giving you a good entry. And it does come with the VSA 360 plugin too, giving you a good review for our members in here. And I will also love to hear your feedback. All right, and if you have any stocks that you want me to look at, let me know. I'm happy to take a look at them, either using the VSA 360. If not, I'll probably just close it for today. And thank you for your time, and thank you for coming too. As I said before, I did paint a very bearish outlook going towards the September month based on the seasonality in here. So just take note. If you don't need to trade, that's fine. But if you find some very good trades, likely market will move. They will just push up, and then maybe like what we saw for VS, which we taken profit before the market came back down for that one. A lot of stocks are going to behave like this. So if not, thank you for coming, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also in our Telegram chat room in here, and do share this with your people in your timeline. And with that, we thank you for your attention and your time, and we value your business and your support. That's all we have. Signing off, Martin, and have a good Merdeka Day, the 66 in here, what remaining of the long weekend. I'll see you back on Monday for our breakfast show. Thank you again.